What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another break on this Saturday afternoon. Right now, we've got 2024 Topps Update Series 1 Baseball Hobby 12 box full case number 3. Go ahead and get this shared over to the group, get everybody tagged, and then we will go ahead and get started. All right, got all those tags in there. Give everybody about a minute to hop on in here while we're doing that. Go ahead and get these 12 boxes out of the case. And get these moved over real quick, just so I can show that empty case there. There we go. Got our 12 boxes there. Let's go ahead and get started. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. Silver pack there. Empty box there. Hope everybody's enjoying their Saturday. I was personally very excited to see the Yankees win yesterday. I think I'm rooting for them. Go all the way. I don't know, though. I feel like with both playoff Playoff runs, it's anybody's game right now. Got a Ronald Acuna Jr. there, 160 out of 299. That one's going over to the Braves. Nelson Velasquez coming over to the Royals. All right, let me get this base moved out of the way quickly. Good luck, Greg. Hopefully we can get one for you. Trevor Williams there going over to the Nationals. Got our rookie patch here. Going to be a Jackson Chourio, rising rookie, coming over to the Brewers. Nice patch there to start us off. Hopefully we can get a Jackson Chourio auto to go with it. Got a Joe Ross, 1905 out of 2024, coming over to the Brewers. Got a Ronald Acuna Jr. here. Coming over to the Braves. It's going to be blue on the black and gold. Really nice looking card there. Once again, going over to the Braves there. All right, let me get that base moved over here. Get into our silver pack. That. Go ahead and get these sleeved real quick. All right, let's hop into box number 2. Good luck once again, everybody. Empty box there. Dylan Lee coming over to the Braves. Got a Brian Ramos, 30 out of 50, coming over to the White Sox here on the pink. Got an 1823 out of 2024 veteran combos going over to the Cubs. Scott going over to the Mets. got a 264 out of 299. Ben Rovvet coming over to the Tampa Bay Rays. Nice orange there. Got a patch here. Going to be Lawrence Butler going over to the Athletics on the rookie patch. We didn't have an auto in the first box, Greg. We had a Jackson Chourio patch. There we go. Patch going over to the Athletics. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get this base moved over real quick. Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, it's one auto or memorabilia or relic. Hopefully we can get some really cool autos. We got a Rolly Fingers one last night. I don't know if you guys saw, but apparently Rolly Fingers pulled the Yamamoto 1/1 in Sterling, which is crazy. There we go. We got an auto there. Luis Matos going over to the Giants. That one's going over to Jason Hornibrook. There we go. First auto there. Congrats, Jason. Right behind that, we have a 359 out of 2024 going over to the Athletics. Nothing for Cubs yet, or Mets yet. Got those twisted in my mind, but still plenty of time, Jeff. Get that base moved out of the way. Got an Austin Martin there. 40 out of 50 going over to the Twins. Nice one there. All right, into box number 3. Good luck, everybody. Empty box there. Got a Jar Camargo, 229 out of 299, coming over to the Twins. On the orange. Do you guys think we're going to see a Yankees-Dodgers World Series, or do you think we're going to see some upsets the next couple of days? Personally, I think they both got it. I think it's close, but I think both of them got it. Pulling for you, Chris. Hopefully we can get you something. We got our patch here. It's going to be a William Contreras patch. Going over to the Milwaukee Brewers. Second patch for the Brewers so far. Got a couple patches in an auto so far. And lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of base. As is typical with every flagship. Go ahead and get this base moved over. This is our third box, Pedro. Fourth of the way through. Yeah, of course, my pleasure. Hopefully we can pull something cool for you. Got a 342 out of 2024 veteran combos going over to the Yankees. Me too, Pedro. Me too. Got one there going over to the Marlins. It's very cold. I mean, not as cold as like winter, but compared to what it has been here in Colorado, it's very chilly. Got my sweatshirt on, as you can see, trying to keep warm. It's funny because I've also got a fan on because going through all these creates like a weird temperature. There we go. Get those base moved over. Dang, I don't know if I'd prefer that or if I'd prefer the cold. I'm personally like, I love living in sweatshirts, so I like the cold right now, but when the roads start getting icy, ask me again and I'll probably have a different response. Got a blue there. 102 out of 150. Jack Leiter going over to the Rangers. Box 4, here we go. Empty box there. I don't know if I could survive 90 degrees in October. I mean, it's really not that bad, but so used to growing up in cold temperatures and around this time that it would be a culture shock. Got a 309 out of 2024 coming over to the Rangers. There we go. Very true. That's why I always say I prefer the cold simply because you can throw on a ton of layers to get warm, but there's only so much you can do to cool off. I think adjusting body temperature is much easier. Got a 61 out of 74 veteran combos here. Going over to the Blue Jays. Now there's some discourse online about these, because in previous years it's been numbered to 73 on the black. This year it's 74, and people are debating whether or not it's an error or if they changed it. I think it's an error, but also they all go to 74. Like there's 74 at 74, so I don't know. Get this half of the base moved over real quick. Got a Brian Hudson, 40 out of 499, coming over to the Brewers on the green. Still looking for our patch or auto out of this one. Got our patch here. Going to be a Jared Jones, 164 out of 169, coming over to the Pirates. There we go. Get this base moved out of the way. just a second. Next box. Oh, pause. Got to do our silver pack. Get into a groove so much sometimes. Got an auto here. Andy Pages, 14 out of 199, going over to the Dodgers. Always nice to see those silver pack autos. That one's going over to Tua. There you go, Tua. Got yourself an auto there. Get these moved out of the way. That's what goes with those on every pack. I haven't been like super highlighting them because they're not important, but just know I'm not missing a card or anything. Empty box there. Here we go. Almost halfway through. Got a Michael Harris on the Mystics. Go ahead and get that one. Should just be a regular insert, but they put it in backwards, so upload it just in case that's an image variation or something. Pretty common, but I love those mystical inserts because of the random panda that's at the bottom. It doesn't make any sense, but they're a lot of fun. Very Lisa Frank-esque from back in the day. What do you guys like to do with your base? I like hearing that because I've heard, I mean, I know a lot of people just kind of keep them in a box or something, but I've heard some cool stories through breaking to people, give them out for Halloween, donate them to a local card shop in their area for kids who can't like go in wanting cards but don't have the money to buy them. Their card shop will give away like mystery packs of base, things like that. I always love hearing what unique ideas people do with their base cards. I would definitely give mine away for Halloween, but where I live, I don't get any trick-or-treaters, so I don't have the opportunity. So someone one time said, burn them, use them as fire fuel. Thought that was kind of funny. All right, let me get this base moved out of the way. Yeah, me too. I think it's fun. I mean, not that this matters to the person giving it out. I'm sure some kids aren't into cards. Like, there's probably a lot of kids not into cards, and that's okay. But Miguel Sano, 4 out of 76, coming over to the Angels here. Nice American flag. Look that one up real quick. Really cool one there. Going over to the Angels. We got a veteran combos, 928 out of 2024. I think the cool thing about the trick or treat idea is, and I mean, you'll never know, but you could just giving out that pack of cards could start someone's lifetime love for the hobby. They could never really know collecting cards was a thing. They get some for Halloween and get really excited. So that's why I like that idea. Anything I think they can get them in the hands of kids one way or another are my favorite ideas. But I love the funnier ones too. Got an auto here. Andre Lipkis going over to the Tigers. That one's going to be numbered 139 out of 199. That one's going over to John. There you go, John. Got yourself an auto there. Go ahead and open some more top loaders real quick. Of course, John. Congratulations on that one. Always nice to see autos out of this. See, that's how I got into collecting, is because my dad was the same way. He collected all through his childhood, got burnt out in the junk wax era, and then when we were moving, we discovered all his old cards. And I was like, you know what? This seems like a very fun hobby to share. Let's get you something for the Padres next, John. And I love collecting cards now, obviously. Wouldn't be here if I didn't, but got a Yuki Matsui coming over to the Padres. That one's going to be a 71 out of 75. Coming over to John. Nice purple rookie there. Sip of water real quick. Hopefully a sign of more things to come for you there, John. Empty box there. It's funny too, because as a kid, like I always collected cards, but I was mainly into Magic the Gathering when I was younger. And I had the same problem that we were just talking about with base cards. I grew up and I didn't need them. And I was like, what do I do with all these random cards? So I mostly donated them. There we go. Got a 139 out of 199 Sal Frelick coming over to the Brewers on the red there. Then a Blaze Alexander 1600 out of 2024 coming over to the Diamondbacks. Would love to, Pedro. Hopefully we can get one. I want to see some big rookie autos. I know those are hard to come by, but got that one going over to the Rays. Got a Paul Skeens backwards here. Look at the code there, just to make sure. Yeah, okay. That's just the base. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't like a special Skeens there backwards. Would hate to miss that. Got a Colin Holderman here, 124 out of 499. Going over to the Pirates on the green. We've got our patch here. It's going to be a Heston Kjerstad, rising rookie, coming over to the Orioles. All right, let me get this half of the base moved out of the way. it down, Vladdy. Got lots of other fun baseball breaks up on the website right now, too. So don't forget to check those out. We've got a jumbo of this. Got some breakers to light up. Lots of fun. Lots of variety, too. Think about that. Got a Colt Keith here. 1181 out of 2024. Going over to the Tigers. Yeah, Topps Chrome would be a lot of fun. There we go. Got a first page for the Cubs. Go ahead and sleeve that one up. All right, let me get this base moved out of the way. Then we'll move into our silver pack. Officially halfway through. Box number 7, here we go. Empty box there. Got that one going over to the Twins. Got an 847 out of 2024 coming over to the Tampa Bay Rays. Got an Andrew Chafin, 1 out of 50, coming over to the Detroit Tigers. On the blue there. Got a Sandy Alcantara auto coming over to the Marlins. That one's going over to Greg Bass. There you go, Greg. Got yourself an auto there. All right, let me get this half of the base moved out of the way. Got an Adrian Beltre, 11 out of 50 auto coming over to the Rangers. Believe me. Yep, Texas. Okay. Look that one up real quick. Once again, nice one there going over to the Rangers. Really beautiful looking auto there. It's numbered out of, yeah, can someone mention that for Greg? I just realized he didn't have sound and I tried to read it out to him again. Congrats on that one, Greg. Got a 24 out of 74 coming over to the Colorado Rockies on the black. You're all good, Greg. Just wanted to make sure I corrected it only so he didn't see the 25 and then get sad when it was a 50. But I know you're watching without sound, but congrats on that one, Greg. Glad Beltre is PC for you. Uh, Personal collection, Pedro. Got our silver pack here. Exactly. That's the way I look at it too, Pedro. But I do have different certain players. Like, I think the way sometimes I would look at PC is like players or teams you would never like extra special, I guess. And that might be everything for you. I don't normally get rid of any cards I get, but I don't like. I think I consider it the players I actively seek out. Like one for me would be Anthony Rizzo. Not a huge collector market, but that's my all-time favorite player. So I look for all of his cards. Empty box thing. Don't know if we can get you a Jaden Daniels in this one, Greg, but hopefully you can get one in one of the breaks. Got a Chris Martin, 518 out of 2024. Coming over to the Red Sox. There we go. So I am when I used to buy the Jags or watch breaks with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now their market, luckily for me, has slowed way down because they have not been very good. Sometimes too, you hear people say like instead of a player or a team, they PC a certain sport. So like they only collect baseball, only collect hockey, things like that. That's how I used to be. I used to only collect baseball. Now I've branched out a little bit. Got football and wrestling cards are what I collect now. And baseball. Move these base on over real quick. Grab a sip of water. I love collecting baseball, and honestly, that's my favorite sport to collect. But I ran into the problem that there's so much product and so many things to choose from, and I ended up with so many base cards. I had to cut down on buying baseball just to not run out of room for my collection. So now I really only hop into breaks and a Corbin Carroll blue mystical there. I bet you that's what the other backwards one was. It was the blue stars. Yeah, now I only really get into breaks of a certain team or seek out individual players. That's nice of you, Greg. Got a Hector Neris, 1821 out of 2024. Going over to the Cubs. I'm sure that almost makes being an Astros fan more fun sometimes because you know there's a lot of stigma around team from people, so you can feed into it and poke the bear a little bit. I'm the same way in the sense when people tell me, oh, the Cubs are terrible. Got a 69 out of 99. Steven Motts coming over to the Cardinals here on the vintage back. See, that's even more fair. That's how I feel with the Yankees a little bit. Like, I get the Yankees are kind of the big bad guy just because had a lot of money, been around a long time. But that's why I like the Yankees because they've got so much history and just lots of eras. Oop, got an auto there of Mason Miller going over to the Athletics. One's going over to Greg Bass. Got yourself an auto there, Greg. All right, let me get this base moved out of the way. cards were falling there for a second. Well, see, and I get both sides because I'm a Cubs fan. I'll root for the Dodgers, but I'm not like the Yankees, but I'm not a diehard Yankees fan. So I'll never fault anyone for disliking either team. I just like I said, the history going into box 4 here, but also my favorite Cubs player of all time got traded to the Yankees, so then I had to kind of root for them in the periphery, not make them my team or anything, but always want to see him succeed. So otherwise, I would probably not be rooting for the current Yankees. I'm also a huge fan of the pitcher Goose Gossage, and he played for the Yankees and the Cubs for a little bit. Had a killer mustache. He's actually grew up in Colorado Springs, which is really cool. Got a park named after him. Yeah, 100%. I think that's the cool thing about baseball that, I mean, other sports have to a like different extent. It's just the history. Like, you can be a fan of so many players without having to commit to their teams just because you appreciate. Got an Anthony Rizzo there. 140 out of 299. Black Stars on the Mystical. Going over to the Yankees. In case anyone was wondering, that's the player I'm talking about. No, I've said his name already, but that one's going over to the Yankees there. Former Chicago World Series champion. It's cool. I got to go to, speaking of history, I got to go to the Louisville Slugger Museum this past summer for the first time. And they have so many like historical bats, obviously. They have a ton that they've put protective surfaces on so you can hold them. It's like they have a Lou Gehrig bat you can hold, a Babe Ruth bat you can hold. It's crazy. And then, of course, modern players as well. But there's just something magical about vintage baseball. Definitely worth it. It's in Louisville, Kentucky. It's a relatively small museum, but what's cool, got a DL Hall here coming to the Brewers. They have the factories there too. So after you go through the little museum about the history of the bat, see how they're like different players' bats, different like historical things, then you get to go through the factory and see how they're made today. Then they give you a little mini bat at the end. So I thought it was worth it. It's probably a cheesy tourist destination, but I'm a sucker for history like that. Would love to go to Cooperstown one day. That's like high on my bucket list. Exactly. That's the perfect quote to explain it. Got a Corey Seager on the Blue Mystical. Get this half of the base moved out of the way. 1621 out of 2024, going over to the Nationals. The other interesting thing that they had at the Slugger Museum that really had nothing to do with anything else in the museum other than it was cool is they had a simulator that you stood behind and it launched a fastball at you so you could feel the pressure that batters feel. And even knowing how fast those balls get thrown, it is a lot stronger than you would imagine, or at least that I imagined. Got our major league material here. Going to be a Heston Kjerstad going over to the Baltimore Orioles. Give me the card behind that, just so we can set that down. Got a chance to see the Orioles play Camden Yards for the first time this year. That was really cool too. Yeah, see, and at least though you had some experience in the set. Like, I have never played a sport in my life. I've always appreciated them, but I've never been athletic enough to get back there. So the fastest ball I had ever felt was probably less than 1 mile an hour. And this one that they have at the museum was like 98 miles an hour. And you just feel the air. It was crazy. It was really cool though. All right, let me get this base moved out of the way. Into our silver pack here. Third box from the end here. Good luck once again, everybody. Empty box there. Another backwards base card there. Interesting. 2 packs in a row where a base card was backwards. Got a Vidal Brujan there. Going over to the Marlins. Got a Jason Dominguez patch here coming over to the Yankees. Got an Emmett Sheehan, 524 out of 2024, coming over to the Dodgers. Got a Jair, 553 out of 2024, coming over to the Twins. Get this base moved out of the way. Got a Julio Rodriguez there on the blue, black, and gold. Got a Daniel Hudson, 316 out of 499, coming over to the Dodgers on the green. Got an acetate there. Gonna be 1 out of 10 coming over to the Twins. Go ahead and get that one magged up. That one's going over to Greg Bass. There you go, Greg. Really nice card there. Love the acetate. First in the print run as well. There we go. Congrats on that one, Greg. All right, let me get this base moved over. Take a quick sip of water here. It's not an auto, just the acetate. There's Babe Ruth there. Two more boxes to go here. Empty box there. Got a 179 out of 199. Kyle Manzotto coming over to the Guardians there on the red. Nice color match there. There we go. Going over to the Guardians. Got a Joey Ortiz 1080 out of 2024. Going over to the Brewers there. Not yet, Pedro, but there's still a chance. Did get a cool acetate 1 out of 10 for the Twins. Get this base moved over. Okay. That's all you got to have. You just got to keep hope. Got an Abraham Toro, 186 out of 2024, going over to the Athletics. Got a 263 out of 499, rookie combos. Coming over to the Cardinals on the green. There we go. Go ahead and get top loaders open real quick. Be the card behind that. Two more packs out of this box, obviously plus the silver pack. Got a Adley Rushman patch there. 46 out of 199. Going over to the Orioles. Lots of patches going over to the Orioles in this one. One sand-colored patch there. There we go. Not 100% sure, Pedro, but I hope so. I also really enjoy Pristine. There we go. Silver pack here, and then we'll hop into our last box. All right, last box. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. Empty box there. 1992 out of 2024 there. Going over to the Cardinals. There we go. Still looking for that Caminero auto for Pedro. Got a 192 out of 299 coming over to the Dodgers. Same here, Pedro. Always love doing the breaks for everybody. There we go, going over to the Dodgers. We got our patch right behind there. Going to be a David Ortiz patch. Big Poppy coming over to the Red Sox. Always appreciate when you see the legends featured in these. Got a Ben Brown there for the Cubs. Jazz Chisholm on the base. Go ahead and get this base moved over real quick. All right, last pack. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. Junior on the base. Let me get this base moved out of the way, and then we'll hop into our silver. Then we'll jump into our quick recap. All right. This stack of top loaders. Move over. Here we go into our quick recap. Got a David Ortiz patch coming over to the Red Sox. Adley Rutschman patch, 48 out of 199, coming over to the Baltimore Orioles. Jason Dominguez patch going over to the Yankees. I'm going to try my best. Going to keep it quick. Major League Material, Heston Kjerstad going over to the Baltimore Orioles. Mason Miller going over to the Athletics on the auto. Got the nice Adrian Beltre, 11 out of 50 All-Star American League auto going over to the Rangers. Sandy Alcantara auto going over to the Marlins. Andrew Chafin, 1 out of 50 going over to the Tigers. Another Keston Kjerstad patch going over to the Baltimore Orioles. Got the Yuki Matsui Padres going over purple, 71 out of 75. Already said the Padres. Got the Andre Lipkis auto going over to the Detroit Tigers. That one's going to be numbered 139 out of 199. Got the Miguel Sano on the American flag. That one's going to be 4 out of 76 going over to the Angels. Got the Andy Pages Dodgers auto, 14 out of 199. Got the Jared Johns patch going over to the Pirates. That one's going to be 64 out of 199. Got the Blue Jays power couple here. That one's going to be numbered 61 out of 74. Got the William Contreras patch going over to the Milwaukee Brewers. Austin Martin, 40 out of 50, going over to the Minnesota Twins. Got the Luis Matos auto going over to the Giants. Got the Athletics patch of Lawrence Butler. Got the Brian Ramos going over to the White Sox. That one's going to be 30 out of 50. Got the Jackson Trio rookie patch going over to the Milwaukee Brewers. And to finish us off, we have our 1 out of 10 acetate of Justin Topa going over to the Twins. Nice one there. All right, that's going to do it for this break. Appreciate everybody sticking with me for that case. And I'll catch you in the next one. Have a wonderful evening, everybody.